Summer Shred-15, bitch. You already know what it is. Welcome back. I am Masculinity Architect Dwayne Langham. This is the Ave, Yolo Ave, the road least traveled, and you. Ain't no good sunlight out here. Have just tuned in for a sunset Summer Shred 15 update, day 3. You saw the title of the video. Do protein and starches stall the weight loss, the fat burn, your burn? My results may shock you, and it may come as business as usual. As I shared before the other day, 237 starting the week out after 3 refeed days, protein, pizzas, fats and protein galore, starches, all good stuff. Had a day of sugar fasting and had starches on Tuesday. Wednesday, decided to refeed, have protein and starch. The result today, waking up 235, so not quite the 3-day refeed, but definitely having the protein in the system. Went up, whereas when I had just the starch, and these are the same sweet potatoes, cooked them all in one batch, put them in the fridge, been eating them throughout the week, finished them off today. But with that, having the protein, weight went up instead of losing 3 or 4 pounds as I'm normally doing. Into this next day, of course, sugar fasting throughout the day, same protocol, same routine. And just to update, I'm not completely skipping everything because a big thing on my radar is the total nutrition. So I do get a tablespoon of coconut oil inside my coffee. I do take what I have left of some fish oil, multivitamin. Yeah, I take multivitamin, of course, ephedrine, have throughout. And so that gives me a overall balance wherever I'm not refeeding. Overall, the biggest thing I can say, absolutely, the results show it. Scale goes up, weight goes up a bit more, things just slow down. But I'm really getting, if you imagine, I'm a car guy, I tell you all the time. The bigger the engine, the more gas you burn, the more air you give it. That's the science of making cars fast and powerful, raising their horsepower, how fast they can go. The more air you can put in, forced induction, turbos, supercharger, NOS, the more fuel you can burn, that makes it go faster. I'm definitely getting that the fuel, not fat, but sugar, burns hot, burns fast, raise the metabolism with that hormone in the background, FGF21. And on starches, which is still sugar, just a bit heavier, it is still possible to lose weight. Now, I would say where on average, I can realistically expect maybe 1 to 3 pounds. It's probably closer to 1.5 when I have some starch. When I have some protein, I'm usually going to put on a pound or 2. Water weight, food weight, slowing down the burning, whatever the case may be, just happens. We'll see what the scale is. Sometimes my activity throughout the day, I don't know if I said it, 235 this morning, 233. It was like it was, I think, 235 on the dot, somewhere in there, but 233 later in the day after my morning workout and session. So I have 8, but just got through with a couple of rounds of tennis, a couple of sets. So probably about 10, 12 games for the last, what's this clocking me? Playing for the last solid hour. Nice. I think I'm addicted. I've played all my life, not all my life heavy, but I had some training as a child, got family members who play, so getting on it is fun, and paying these last few sessions, warming up the skills. I love the athleticism, the plyometrics, things that you don't get to actually get involved. I mean, it's just playing fetch with a ball, honestly. But with that, the activity that you don't get unless you're playing active sports and competition. So I have enjoyed that. Gets a serious burn. I hop in the pool for a cold plunge and cool off, and weigh myself, see what it's looking like, and I'll report with y'all tomorrow. Summer Shred 15, like I said, at this point, it is a lifestyle. I am exploring and testing everything. How do the starches impact? Because with this, it's always an exploration. It's always finding what works for your lifestyle, what works for the goals. I don't want to spend, here's what I'll tell you is like an overall lifestyle process. I can feel the effects now going on about 45 days of sugar fasting. And with that, no different than water fasting, no different than protein sparing modified fast. What did I tell y'all about macro cycling? You take out your macros, those nutrients are eventually going to catch up. It is at the point where while I still enjoy every meal, as fast as this food burns, I feel, what is it? Hunger sensations, cravings. There we go. I feel cravings for the salts, for the heavier foods. That's why I am experimenting with refeeding carbs on a more regular basis, just experimenting with it. Because really, I want the maximum results. So if I need to sprint, do what I need to do, but I'm aware that I'm ready to refeed by day 3. I'm ready for some protein. I'm ready for some meat, ready for and also noticing the long time, 45 days of it, still cycling, still refeeding. I can tell the overall, while the energy is still the same, workouts, exercise, activity really have the extra juice in the tank, literally. I do notice, like I said, the overall when it comes to strength, when it comes to high reps, heavy weight, I'm not exactly pushing on building additional muscle, especially going from 200 grams a day of protein to about maybe 250, 300 a week. So with that, we'll keep it steady. The goal is 15% body fat, which would be about 210 pounds for me. So yeah, definitely doable. My next milestone goal, just another 5 pounds over my low, is 223. So hopefully we hit that this week before I head off to Missouri next week. And like I said, I am expecting with my schedule, the way it's going to look, the next 4 weeks is definitely going to be dialed in discipline, minimal socializing, minimal bullshit, minimal distractions. And honestly, I'm looking at like a dormitory shoestring budget, not for the finances wise, but like why spend more? Fruit cups, fruit, stuff I can literally just eat, grabbing some fresh honey while I'm out there and just having it on bare necessities, grind it out. Because honestly, my goal is to see if inside of that 4 weeks, we can definitely do it. Cross the finish line, hit 15% body fat for the summer, which will put us right at the end, mid-August. So yeah, 15% body fat before summer's out. That is my goal. Let me know yours down in the comments. Let me know what your starting weight is, what your goal is, what protocol you're following, how often you're sugar fasting, if you're doing keto, intermittent fasting, protein fasting, something else. Drop the comments down below. I appreciate y'all following. In the meantime, I'll be right here wishing you the best, only success, being the best version of myself. Can we get the swing with it? Beyond empowered. Get the serve on it. Beyond empowered. The question is, people, who are you going to be? Peace.